Okay, give me a clap sync while I'm next to you.
Oh, hold on. So once again, here we are in my garage, and today I'm going to answer a bunch of questions that you guys have asked me on Instagram. I get lots of different questions, and I've actually thought about what to answer and which ones I've selected over time. And I'm answering questions that I think will reach most people. So Adam is sat behind the camera there. Say hi, Adam.
Hello.
You can't see him because we just have one camera set up here. So it's like the garage studio. But Adam is going to, reel out some of the questions that you guys have asked, and I'm going to do my best to answer them. So are you ready?
Oh, me? Yes.
No, him.
I thought you were asking them.
And Adam is sat way away from me, so I'll do my best to hear him.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
So Max Janrich says, Producer Michael, as a millionaire, what would be your best advice you can give to a 14-year-old musician? Your videos will always be inspirational and will keep me going towards my musical career no matter what. Best regards, Max Janrich.
Well, is he referring to him being a millionaire or me being a millionaire?
I don't know. Maybe he's a millionaire.
Yeah, well, if you're a millionaire at 14, wow, that's amazing, absolutely amazing. But I'm assuming he's directing the question at me, and you know what? It's about following your passion. It's all about following passion. If you want to do music and you are really passionate about it, then all I can say to you is keep going, never give up. Practice, practice, practice. You can never be too good at anything, and always strive to be the best. So that would be my advice to you. Never give up on it, and keep going.
Okay, so Choco Chip Cookie says...
Choco Chip?
Choco Chip Cookie.
Oh, I like that. Yummy.
Says, where and when did you first invest? What were your first few investments towards becoming a millionaire?
So that's a very interesting question. And first and foremost, I've got to comment on your Instagram name, Choco
Chip Cookie.
I love that. That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. I don't know where it stems from, but hey, brilliant. So what did I invest in? The answer to that is nothing. I invested in myself. And when I say that, I paid for my education. I paid to work with companies and things and get myself involved in things I was passionate about and things that I wanted to do. So I didn't invest in the stock market. In fact, I still don't really invest in the stock market. I invested in myself. And my best advice to anybody is you come first. So that's where you should invest.
So Joe Palf __ says, how does it feel to be the best lifestyle and YouTuber and the GOAT?
That's really nice. The best lifestyle YouTuber. Well, thank you for that. GOAT, what does that mean?
GOAT, God of all things.
God of all things. I'm the God of all things. Really good. It feels really good. No, I'm not the God of all things, but I strive to better myself every day. And I tell everybody they should better themselves every day, do whatever you can, and just keep moving forward. But yeah, it feels good once you achieve a point in your life that is where your goals were, and you actually achieve those goals, and then you set yourself a new one. So yeah, it's pretty good. Thanks.
Carl Brown 1810 says, how has the whole Corona thing impacted your business, brackets if at all? Have you felt any knock-on effects? Keep up the great content.
Well, thank you for the question. My business is basically shut. I'm in the live entertainment business, whether it be music production, live in the theater, recording studios, movie studios, sets. It's shut down. The pandemic has been horrible to everybody, and I'm no different. So yeah, we're doing whatever we can to move forward in the best way possible, and it's really, really difficult. And I sympathize for everybody out there that's suffering. I am too.
AF _223 says, how can I separate business from friends? My friends feel like I owe them something, but I keep telling them it's business, not personal. Should I just get new friends?
That is a great question. I hate doing business with friends and family. Absolutely hate it. You're absolutely right. They expect something, and it's a guilt feeling that you get. I mean, how do you feel about that, Adam?
Yeah, I've mixed business and pleasure in the past, only a couple of times on a very small scale, but it definitely brought up feelings of resentment towards a friend of mine where I felt like perhaps he wasn't pulling his weight, and that's an awful position to be in. So,
It's a terrible position.
yeah, so now, without an absolute express understanding of what's happening, I don't think I would go into business with a friend.
Yeah, and I'm going to throw another little thing on top of that as well. If a friend or a family member asks to borrow money from you, it's a very awkward situation. And I have a theory on that. Here's my theory. If you lend somebody money and you ask for it back, you're an ass. And if you lend somebody money and they can't pay it back to you, they don't want to talk to you anymore, right? So either way you lose. So you're better off not lending that money. Unless it's a life and death emergency, that's a different story. But at the end of the day, it just destroys relationships. So I'm always trying to avoid those situations.
Okay, you're going to have to really stick with me on this one because I might not pronounce her name right. Virgilia Virjoha, or Virjo. It's Virjoghe. Virjo.
One more time.
Virjoghe. Virjo.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I'm sorry if I just butchered that. Are high-end brands overrated when automatically associated with the idea of success? Do we need them to validate our Do we need them to validate our professional value?
Wow, good question. One I've actually not thought about, but I'm glad you asked the question. Virginia, what was it, Adam?
Virgilia with an L.
Virgilia. My answer to that is luxury brands are there to basically impress people. The quality of a luxury brand, a Gucci, a Dior, a Hermes, whatever it might be, whether it could be a watch, a Rolex, whatever, is a name. And people pay a lot of money for those names, and they do it for the most part to show success to other people. Does it validate you? I don't think it validates you. I think it shows that you spend an awful lot of money for something that you don't necessarily need to spend a lot of money on. My shirt I'm wearing is not a Gucci, it's not a Dior, it's an 8X. And although they're not cheap, they're nowhere near the price of the Gucci brand. And I love wearing these. And in fact, I support the brand best I can. But this to me is something you don't need. You don't need to have the name brand. So yeah, I enjoy them, but I don't need them.
Alstris Official says, what was your purpose to start YouTube except to show people some awesome things? And why with Adam Swords? Let the cosmos power be with you. Alstris from Latvia.
I like the cosmos power. What made me start the YouTube video is sat behind the camera. Adam Swords made me start the video. We were friends, and Adam came up with the idea that he thought it would be good to start a YouTube channel. And I said to Adam, who on earth is going to want to watch me? And he said, well, you know, you have nice things and you live a nice lifestyle and people would like to see that. And I said, whatever. And we did one, we shot one. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed working with Adam. He's a pro. And it did really well and people asked for more. So we continued. And my goal with this is to inspire people. I started with nothing. Many people I know where they're in a similar situation to me today also started with nothing. And anyone can do this. It's not easy. I'm never going to tell anybody it's easy. But with determination, focus, and that mindset, you can do it. So that's the purpose of the YouTube channel. And thanks to Adam.
Dominic Matthews says...
You didn't even say thank you.
You said thanks to me.
Yeah, but you should say thanks.
Thank you for thanking me.
Cut that out. I'm awful. I'm not really.
Dominic Matthews said, did you have business partners in your first businesses? If so, what should I look for in a future business partner?
That's a wonderful question. Really good question. I have had business partners and I don't like having business partners. I don't want to have any new business partners. I'd like to do everything myself. Sometimes it's necessary. And when you look for business partners, you need to look for three things. The first thing and the most important thing is trust. You need to be able to trust the person that you're going into business with. Without trust, nothing matters. It doesn't matter how skillful they are. Trust comes before skill. The second one, skill. And that skill needs to be in an area where you don't have the skill, so that your skill matches with his and it supplements it. And if you have a third partner, the same thing. And then the third thing, the desire and motivation to make success and the work ethic. So those are the things you should look for. And if at all possible, do it by yourself. Then you never have to worry about anything.
Daldainro says, what advice would you give to overcome low points in life? Stay motivated and keep on track working towards ultimate goals.
Good question as well. The thing about low points is you have to remember something. Everything that goes bad in life, as well as good, it's all temporary. You can change it. So tell yourself if something is not going the way you want it to, and it's a low for you, it will get better. Time is medicine. And just focus on the positive. Keep moving forward.
Danny Shin says, hi Michael, through your life, I guess you've seen and met many successful people. What common characteristics do you think they have?
Everybody that I've met that is successful is positive. They have a positive attitude against everything. Remember, negativity breeds negativity. And people that do negative things or say negative things, it's sad to me because they're just putting themselves in a worse and worse situation. To me, if you think positively and you surround yourself with positive people, you will get a positive outcome. You know, if you were to ask a successful person, doesn't matter who it is, if they'd put a thumbs down on something, it would never happen. They've got better things to do. They don't think that way. And unfortunately, those people that do, they're just destined for doom. So always be positive, think positively, ignore negative people, get them out of your life and move forward.
Daniel Butt _ not 007, just in case you're confusing him with the real 007. This is not him.
Well, he might be a different 007, right?
He says, I see many people who bought Fragrance du Bois perfumes you recommended saying it's much better than other fragrances. Why is that? Is it truly that much better?
It's really that much better. It's in a whole different league. I only recommend things that I truly believe in. I will never endorse a product that to me isn't a great product. Fragrance du Bois is one of those things. I came across it not that long ago, maybe 3 months ago, and it was astonishing. It really was astonishing. And it's like comparing a Ferrari with a Mini. Nothing wrong with the Mini. The Mini gets you from A to B. It's comfortable, it's reliable, but a Ferrari does a whole different job of getting you from A to B. It still gets you there, but it's different, and to me, it's way, way better. So same thing with Fragrance du Bois. It's on a whole nother level. It just smells rich, and I don't mean money rich, although it smells special. It lasts all day. It feels good on the skin, and that's why I promoted it. And while we're talking about that, there's a code for a discount. If you go to Fragrance du Bois, you can actually get it, and I recommend you do. Everybody that smells it on you will comment on it. They'll say, wow, what is that you're wearing? And that's why I do it. And yes, it is better. Sounds like an advert, but it's not.
Evo1991 says, if you could spend a day with someone living or dead, who would it be and why?
Definitely living, because I would be able to have a conversation with them. That's not what you wanted to hear, right? Dead, William Shakespeare, but actually I'd rather have a living person. Never mind. Move on. Good question.
Charles MCL says, is the ProducerMichael watch going to be made? And how many people sent in a design? If you actually read this, it will be a miracle. Thousands of comments.
Miracles happen, and yes, it is being made, and it was just yesterday I spoke to Jacob about that because he's in charge. All the submissions that came in, and there were a lot, they went to Jacob. I really don't have that much input on it, and the reason for that is I'm not a watchmaker. I don't know what it takes to make a watch. My understanding is it's nearly complete. I have seen drawings. It's based on one of the watches that's already out there. One of the things I spoke to Jacob about was I wanted to make it affordable. I didn't want it to be, a $1 million watch or a $100,000 watch. So this is going to be a very affordable watch based on something that he already has, but modified radically to be befitting with my image and what I think people would like to see in a watch. So yeah, it's coming very soon, hopefully in the next month or two.
Anders Ling says, why did you decide to launch your YouTube channel? Clearly not for the money. Does it add to your business, brackets how, or is it pure fun? Hope you select this for an answer. P.S. Your channel rocks and your interaction with Adam is really funny. He's very attractive, must be very, very intelligent, and I'm sure he's the best person in the world to hang out with. He's also got a great personality, lovely teeth, his dog's very sweet, his car's awesome, and
you missed a bit. How about you got nice watches now?
He has lovely watches. Big fan.
Some nice tattoos on your arm for those that like tattoos, etc., etc. I have no idea what he just said. What's the question?
Why did you decide to launch the YouTube channel? Clearly not for the money. Does it add to your business? How, or is it pure fun?
It's pure fun. I said earlier it was Adam's idea. I was apprehensive to start with. I'm loving it. It's a lot of fun. If I can inspire just one person, then it's been worth it. I never even knew you could make money out of YouTube, so it certainly wasn't for the money. But yeah, I'm loving it. And again, thanks, Adam.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is what happens, right? This is why it's fun, because otherwise this stuff wouldn't happen.
Did I do it right that time?
Yeah, you did it perfectly.
Samir Sen says, will you invest in Bitcoin someday? And if not, why would you be against it?
Who said what now?
Samir Sen.
Samir said?
Samir.
Yes.
Samir Sen said, so her name is Samir Sen, brackets, comma, full stop. She said, will you invest in Bitcoin someday? And if not, why would you be against it?
Okay, absolutely not, never, not going to happen, will not happen, no. Lots of reasons I won't do it. Firstly, have people made money with it? Lots of people have made money with it, but it is the most volatile, unregulated currency ever to hit the world. It's like a ship. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. Just as many people that have made fortunes have lost fortunes, and I believe that it will get highly regulated through different countries very soon. And yeah, not something that I would ever even be tempted to invest in, not $1. I'm not saying don't do it, I'm saying I won't do it.
Old Dungo says, that's a funny,
excuse me?
I know, it's a funny name, isn't it?
Old Dungo?
Earl.
Like, Earl, sorry.
Earl Dungo. Why is that so funny?
He's cracked up.
Why is that so funny? Earl Dungo says, how do you define success?
I can't define success. Only the person that's trying to define it for themselves can define success. To me, success is when you achieve something that you want yourself, whatever that might be. It doesn't have to be money, it's anything. It could be, I want to run a mile in 4 minutes. Is that a fast mile? That's a fast mile.
I think so, yeah.
That'd
Sub 5 is fast, isn't it?
So if you achieve that, that's success. Somebody else might say, I want to be a millionaire. Somebody else might say, I want to be able to walk around in a crazy shirt like I'm wearing with the confidence to wear it. And that's success for them, or you know, whatever it might be. So I think you define your own success and set yourself a goal, set yourself a target, and once you achieve it, you succeeded.
Ryan1231 says, what's your best advice for starting a new business?
Best advice for a new business is don't set yourself expectations that you can't achieve. Set your parameters low and make sure that whatever it is you're doing, you have a cash flow to sustain you for beyond when you think you're going to get an income. So if you think you're going to make $10 in the first month, you need to have $30 or $40 backup. And I'm using $10, you'd need a lot more than that, obviously. But you need to have a backup. Don't blow all your money in the first go around, because if things don't go well, you won't have anything to fix it. So small expectations, meet them, and then grow them from that point on.
Tor Drums asks, what watch would you recommend to a first-time watch buyer?
That's a question I get a lot. I say follow your heart. Buy something that you like, buy something that means something to you, and most importantly, buy something you can afford. Don't go and max out credit cards to buy a watch. That's not a good investment. Buy something that you know you like, that's not going to hurt you when you write the check for it or give a credit card. Nobody writes a check anymore, do they?
I've not written a check for years.
I don't think I even have a checkbook.
No.
Somewhere. Don't know where.
Well, once I moved here and found that you have to pay for the bank to give you a check to then give your money to someone else.
I know. Crazy, right?
Like, this doesn't sound like a good plan.
There's some crazy things in this country.
Last question comes from Coop Bowen. He says, if you were going to leave California, what place would you have in mind to move to?
Wow, I've been spending a lot of time looking at this. Brilliant question. And where would I go? I don't know. I'm looking at all the options and I'm seeing so many people leave California. It's very sad. This state is in a ruin. It's being run incredibly badly, whether it be from the virus that we're going through, the pandemic, or whether it's economic, the taxes. Everything's outrageous here. And I'm looking at alternatives. Now, the downside of moving is the weather. Today, we're in January, it's 84 degrees, cloudless skies. It's absolutely beautiful. It does have a lot to offer. There's gorgeous scenery. There's everything you could ever want, but it's incredibly expensive. And then whatever money you make, they take from you. It's getting worse and it's getting unpeaceful. People are really upset. There's a tremendous amount of homeless, and I do my best to help wherever I can, but I can't help everybody, and the state doesn't seem to be helping anyone, and it's causing problems. So anyway, that said, I'm looking at places like Nevada, Florida, Texas. Don't know really. I'm exploring. And am I going to move? I don't know. There's so big a possibility, but it's on the map somewhere. Anyway, so you said that was the last question?
That's it. We're all done.
You have any questions?
I don't think so, no.
No questions from Adam Swords. he's laughing if you could see him right now. Well, guys, I hope this was fun for you, fun for me. Thank you so much for all these questions. And, we throw this out once in a while, and we do this, and hopefully it's helpful. And, stay safe, stay well. We're in it to win it. I think I forgot to say that in one of my videos. That's really sad. Hit the subscribe button. No, I did that all wrong. Hit the bell, ding-a-ling. Hit the subscribe button. We'll see you later. And Adam, you have to move the camera and do your twisty. He's coming. See ya.
It was kind of awkward because it's on a tripod.
What do you want me to do about that?
Nothing.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Bye. Is it off?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh?